Day 97 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, guys, we're back again. Another day, another LeetCode problem. This time we're at day 97. We're getting closer and closer to day 100, guys. We're 3 months in. We're actually past 3 months in, and we're really making some progress, guys. Right now, we're strengthening our fundamentals with some easy array problems. So let's get into it. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget. Bring your mouse right over here and click that subscribe button for me, guys. Then after you click that subscribe button, go ahead and smash that like button for me, guys. Then after you smash that like button, I'm calling all of my bankers to the comment section right now. I need you to drop 2 bank emojis in the comment section so we can run up this engagement and help get this Swift content out to a broader audience, as well as doing our part in helping to get more people interested in the Swift programming language, guys. Now, with all that being said, I know why you're here, and today we have question number 1672, richest customer wealth. The difficulty level is easy, so you already know how we do. We're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand, guys, because we're all trying to learn here, and when there's no point in writing code that nobody understands. But today I'm actually going to give you 2 different solutions so you could pick which one you like the best. They're both quick and easy, though, so don't worry. It says, let's see what the question says. It says you are given an m times n integer grid accounts where accounts ij is the amount of money the ith customer has in the jth bank. Return the wealth that the richest customer has. A customer's wealth is the amount of money they have in all of their bank accounts. The richest customer that has the richest customer is the customer that has the maximum wealth, guys. So let's look at the example so we can see what they're talking about. Right now we're at example 1. We have input of accounts. It's a 2D array or m times n integer grid with the first bank account or the first array has integers 1, 2, 3. The second array has integers 3, 2, and 1. The output is 6. The explanation: the first customer has a wealth of 1, 2, and 3. When you add all those together, it equals 6. And then the second customer has a wealth of 3, 2, and 1. And when you add all of these together, it equals 6. So the output is 6 because both customers are considered the richest with a wealth of 6 each. So we return 6 because both of the customers have $6 in their bank account. Or so if you pay attention, or if you're wondering what's going on, this array right here represents one customer, and this array right here represents the second customer. This customer, we add up all the elements in the array to find out how much money this customer has in their bank, and when you add up all of these numbers, you get 6. And then we do the same thing for the second customer. We add up all of the numbers in their bank account to see how much money they have, and when you add up all these numbers, it equals 6. And since both customers have 6, both customers are considered the richest with a wealth of 6 each, so we return 6. So let's look at example 2. It has a little bit more customers so we can really see what is going on. So this example, we have a counts array, 2D array, or m times n integer grid, where we have an array that has 1 and 5. Then we have another array that has 7 and 3. Then we have another array that has 3 and 5. So if this is the first customer, first customer has 1 and 5, so they have $6 in their account because 1 plus 5 equals 6. Then the second customer has $10 in their account because 7 plus 3 equals 10. And then the third customer has $8 in their account because 3 plus 5 equals 8. And we are returning the output is 10 because right here the second customer has the highest amount out of all the customers with $10 in their bank account, when the other customer has 6 and this customer has 8. So 10 is the highest, so we return this. The second customer is the richest with the wealth of 10. So we're returning how much money is in there, which is 10. We're not returning which customer it is. Then let's look at example 3 just to really bring this home. We have the same thing. We have input accounts. It's the 2D array or m times n integer grid, and the first array has 2, 8, and 7. the second array has 7, 1, and 3, and the third array has 1, 9, and 5, guys. So let's look and add it up to see what we're working with. So the first customer has 2, 8, and 7. When you add 2 plus 8 plus 7, we get 17. Then the second customer has 7, 1, and 3. When we add 7 plus 1 plus 3, we get 11. And then the third customer has 1, 9, and 5. When we add 1 plus 9 plus 5, we get 15. And since the first customer had the most, which is 17, with the output is 17 because they were the wealthiest out of all of the customers in the bank. So now that we understand what the question is asking, let's get into the fun part of the code. So the first part, remember guys, I'm doing 2 codes here, so stick around after this to get the second code. But for the first code, the first version of the code, first thing we're going to do is declare a variable called max wealth, and we're going to set that equal to 0. Then we're going to come down here and say for customer and accounts. So the customer and the accounts is represented by each one of these sub arrays inside the initial array. So this would be a customer, this would be a customer, and this would be a customer, and this big array right here would be the accounts, guys. So that's how that's working. Then we're going to come down here, we're going to declare another variable called customer wealth, and this is going to keep track of all of the customers' wealth in the problem. We're going to set that equal to 0. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to say for bank account and customer. So now we're looking at each customer. Now we're looking at the elements in each customer, because remember, this is the customer, and each one of these elements represent how much is in the bank account. We are going to come down here and we are going to say customer wealth plus equals bank account. So that's going to add up all the elements in each customer's bank account. And then we're not done yet though, because we have to find the max of them. So we're going to come down here and we're going to say max wealth equals max. Then we're going to open up the parentheses, say max wealth, comma, customer wealth. And whichever one is higher is the one that's going to be returned. And then we are going to come down here one more and we are going to say return max wealth, guys. And that should be all she wrote. Let's run it and see how it runs. LeetCode switched up their UI, so it's a little confused. Oh, typo. Let's get the typo going. They switched up their layouts a little bit. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section about the new LeetCode layouts. Y'all like it or y'all like the old one better? Let me know. And it's accepted, guys. So it's accepted when we run it. This is the first code. Let's submit it and see how it runs after it's submitted to make sure it still works after we submit it. And there it is, guys. 15 milliseconds beats 48.90% of users with Swift, guys. Now that's what I'm talking about. And get one more look at it. I think this code right here is pretty easy to understand. That's why I wanted to include it in this video so you can understand what's going on. Now let's get to the other code, which is, guess what, guys? Guess what? We got a one-liner. So this code is going to be one line of code. I wanted to include it too because you guys know how I love my one-liners. So let's get into it. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to say accounts. Let's start. Let's start from the description so I can show you. So we're going to say accounts. Boom. Then we're going to say map. Then we are going to open up the brackets. We're going to put the $0, and remember this is going to represent each element in the array. We're going to say .reduce. Then we're going to open up the parentheses, say 0, starting at index 0, and plus. So we're going to add. What this is doing is it's just going to add these together and for each element in the array. So right, and if we're looking at example 2, it add these together, starting from index 0, then it add these together, then it add these together, and then after we add all of them together and see what the results are, we are going to say dot max because we want the maximum out of all of them. And then just in case there's some optionals and nothing's right there, we're just going to put a 0 just in case we need to return 0. So that's the one liner, guys. That's the one liner. Get one more look at it. Let's run it. Make sure it runs right. And it's accepted, guys. So let's submit it and see how it works after it's submitted, guys. Let's see. And there it is. 16 milliseconds beats 21.98% of users with Swift, guys. We could get those numbers up, but right now we're just focusing on understanding the code and learning how to work with different problems. We're not really worried about the time right now, guys. So get one more look at the code. I hope you had fun doing this LeetCode problem today. Excuse me, guys. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. Peace.